Hello, traders, and welcome to Price Plan Profit. It's Melissa, and I'm going to do my trade review video for today, Wednesday, August 13th. I'm going to start off with the trades that I was able to scalp on SPX this morning. I started off with a daily blueprint, as I always do, looking to trade SPX from this cyan box on the screen. This is the pre-market zone based on the ES chart. The concept is really simple. Above the zone, I'm looking to go long. Below the zone, looking to go short. And anything that I am trading outside of the PMZ is based on Fibonacci levels or trendy edges. So let's get started with the first trade I took today. It was actually a trigger long here above the SPX. The indexes were very bullish overnight, making new all-time highs. And as we opened up on the ES futures chart, the very first move was to the upside. So I took the aggressive entry as soon as the candle broke above the PMZ. I had an extension target up here at 64.80, and that is where I took the trade off. Now, I did not go short from this first target because my bias was to the upside, and we were I just didn't take the short from there. I didn't get any chance on a pop back up to this high. And so I let the trade happen without me. Now, my first opportunity to go short would have been at 10:20 a.m. Eastern Time. I chose not to take this trade to the downside, and the reason being is that we had a golden pocket from yesterday's low up to the pre-market high on ES. There was a golden pocket here just below the PMZ, so I chose rather to wait for higher lows inside of this golden pocket to potentially take the trade to the upside. So let me zoom in on the price action and show you this was a zone I was interested in trading to the upside. What I like to do is wait until price begins to make higher lows before taking the trade long. The PMZ would have been my first target. I did not get the higher lows. We kept making lower lows, and price broke down below this golden pocket. So there was no trade to the upside today from the golden pocket. I allowed price to pull on back, and we came down to the 887 here, and buyers stepped in after this wick low. This was a trade that many in the SPX room here at Simpler Trading took to the upside for good profits of about 10 points here on this rally. Now, once price broke down, I moved these Fibonacci's off and measured the down move. This is where my next trade comes in. It was right up in here. We had a 38.2. I had an alert on my chart for 64.60. Because price was below the PMZ, my bias then was to trade back to the downside. So on this pop up here to 64.60, this is where I then went short. My first target was 55. And then my next target was back down here at 50. where we had buyers step in earlier. So I was able to take 10 points from the market here to the downside on this trade. And then I was out of the trade and stayed out of the trade until the afternoon, about the last hour of the market. We made a lower low, and I decided to take the trade again. This time I took the trade from the 38.2 right here. My stop would have been a 5-point stop on this trade. It did not go in my favor right away, but here at this candle here at 2:35 p.m., we got this quick flush. It hit my first target. I then had a break even stop on the remainder of the position that was stopped out for break even. The next trade I took was here from the PMZ, a retest of the PMZ. I traded it back down to two targets. First the cloud, and then back here at this 38.2. So those were the trades that I was able to scalp on SPX today. I absolutely really enjoy trading SPX. The trades tend to be very fast, but they are also very profitable. Next up, the next trade that I had today was on NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA, I've been trading this same position now for about 2 weeks. The first trade I was able to get from NVIDIA was here above the PMZ to the target of 183.88, where I took profits. Then the next trade that I took was here at this green zone. This was my buy zone. I went long off of the lower daily edge here and took just a quick scalp, trimming out of that position. Then again, I trimmed another uh, contract up here towards the very end of the day, right before the market closed. So now I have one remaining contract that I plan to trade again in this same fashion tomorrow using the PMZ or my buy zone for NVIDIA tomorrow. I'll go ahead and give you a sneak peek of what that chart is going to look like tomorrow. I won't know where the PMZ level is at itself because that will show up tomorrow morning. Oh, about 5 minutes before the bell rings to open the market, we will get a new PMC. But my buy zone for tomorrow is 179.87 by 178.80. I will either trade a pullback to that area on NVIDIA, adding back to full allocations on my contracts, or I will trade the PMZ and use these levels as my target to the upside. Then the final trade that I had today was actually on a swing trade that was started just a few days ago. It is on Southern. I chose to watch this. If you watched my Saturday live session where I went over potential swing trades, Southern was one of the ones that I was watching. Now, unfortunately, I only got one contract on the pullback that occurred on Tuesday. I had plans to start it here at 93.53 and then to add to the position between 92.38 and 91.22. Price never pulled back for me to get full allocation here on Southern. So that one contract I exited up here at my first target rather than going for the next target up. The market is very bullish. And Southern is really chopping between that green zone and the high up there at 96.44. We came into the upper end of this chop and where we have inside and down candle formations. So I decided to take the easy, I believe about 20-25% win here. I can always start a new trade on a pullback if I choose, but I just chose to exit my one contract. I still like the chart. I still like the trade on up into 96 by 96.44 and then potentially these targets here, extension targets to the upside. So if you're still in this trade and you just trimmed where I exited, next targets would be this upper monthly edge at about 95.74 by the all-time high 96.44. So those were the three trades that I had today. Again, good profits in SPX, NVIDIA, and Southern. So I am happy with what trades I still have on the books. They expire September expiration or later. So I have plenty of time to expiration and I will just continue trading my plan. That's all I have for you this evening. Thanks for watching. If you don't mind, hit that like button. And if you're not a member of the Trendy Trading Room at Simpler Trading, be sure and click the link in the description of this video and join me and my trading partner, Trendy John, as we lead the best community of traders out there. We trade our money live every day, Monday through Friday, and we have a great time doing it. So make sure you sign up to join us in the Trendy Room, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.